Hello, you're watching InstaForex News. Today we will talk about the U.S. Federal Reserve System. The chairman of the U.S. Federal Reserve System, Ben Bernanke, made up a plan of the monetary policy stiffening after the economy demonstrates sufficient recovery pace. In his speech for the U.S. Congress House of Representatives, the head of the FRS said that the excess reserve rate paid to the commercial banks can replace the key interest rate for a while as its main political tool. According to Bernanke, the central bank can advance the spread or difference between the discount rate paid by the commercial banks for term loans and the key interest rate as one of the elements of liquidity program winding up. With the aim of fighting against the toughest crisis for several decades, in December 2008, the FRS cut the short-term interest rates almost to zero and offered a range of urgent lending packages and long-term asset purchase programs in order to restrain growing long-term interest rates. Presently, the FRS pays 0.25% rate for reserves saved in the central bank in the amount of $1.1 trillion. The rate's advancement will be an incentive for commercial banks to keep on the FRS deposits more funds, instead of giving loans to companies and households using these funds. In such a manner, the FRS will be able to bound extremely high paces of economic development when the inflation risk emerges. Bernanke noticed that, in accordance with FRS expectations, this measure will lead to short-term rates increase, including the federal funds rate, at which the Federal Reserve System banks provide each other with funds on overnight terms, and which appears to be the main economic regulating tool. Besides other central banks, for instance, the European Central Bank have been already using the excess reserves rate of commercial banks, but it is rather new tool for the USA. In October 2008, the US Congress approved the right of the FRS to use this tool. As Bernanke said, the tools and sequence of their usage will depend on how the economic revival goes. The FRS had stated that the economy still needs a very soft monetary policy, but at a certain moment the central bank will have to raise the short-term rates and reduce excess reserves of commercial banks. We will be back tomorrow with the next release. Goodbye.